What's up, guys? It's Twisted Tris, and I don't really know how to start to begin to tackle the content or I don't even know, I guess just the subject of this video, because it's a pretty somber one and it's not fun, and it's starting to rain, which I really don't like. But I pray that you actually just sit here with me and hear me out, because I think this is very important. I know this is a couple of weeks late, but I wanted to give myself time to, think of what the proper response would be for this specific situation that we face as a country. And it's pretty crazy out here now, this is like a week or two after the grisly, absolutely despicable murder of Charlie Kirk that happened on basically national television, with it being all over TikTok, Twitter, Instagram Reels, all of that stuff. And it's really just crazy because Charlie Kirk, it doesn't really matter whether or not I agree with what he said. I'm not going to start off by saying, I didn't agree with everything that Charlie Kirk said, because it doesn't matter, okay? It does not matter whether I agree with him or not. In America, we have the freedom of speech, and we should feel comfortable saying whatever we have to say. And whenever we get to a point that your ideas and what you say may not actually hurt somebody or whatever, right? And you die for it because someone disagrees with you and they don't like you because of based off of what you say. That sets a very disgusting precedent for the rest of the world and our country. I think it's very scary that we live in a day and time now that you can die for saying something if someone doesn't agree with you. And this goes for both sides, right? Liberal or conservative, doesn't matter. It goes for both sides. The fact that, if you're a liberal and you say something and then a conservative person sees you because of it is crazy. You might have never hurt anybody in your life, but because of what you said, it gets you. And I feel like that is very awful and an awful way to run the country. I don't think it's good at all in any sense of the word. Jesus, this rain is hurting bad. But yes, guys, I think it's very awful that we have people in this day and time that will, because they disagree with you and they don't like you as a person. I think it's a last resort thing. I mean, I really think the only time you should ever hurt anybody is if you're defending yourself or your family. Which I think is just common sense, right? You disagree with people every day. That does not make it okay or right or justified for you to hurt anybody. And that goes for everybody. We have the freedom of speech for a reason. Charlie Kirk wanted to talk to people and debate with people and, spread his message that way. He never really wanted to, hurt anybody. In fact, from what I see in the not in the messages, but in his clips and whatnot, he wanted to, stir up discussion. Oh my God, dude, I might have to turn around and go home. This rain is bad. Yeah, it'll be fine. I've been through worse. But, actually, no, I might have to turn around, because, yeah, lightning, that's no good. I'm just gonna make a loop and go back home, honestly. I didn't think it was supposed to rain, but, guys, I think it's a very dangerous territory to be in, and I don't want anybody getting hurt because of what they believe. Charlie Kirk was a man of God, and he was spreading his, his ideals based off of what God says. And for people to sit and celebrate and be happy when a man, a husband, a father is in broad daylight in front of his entire family and they're happy about it, we're in a very dangerous time, my guys. Very, very dangerous time, and it's not okay. It's not okay at all. And it goes for both sides. Like, if they were to Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or whatever, like, what is that? Like, America is supposed to be a democracy where we vote and we go out and we speak about what we believe in and we sway people based off of discussion. But taking people out and killing them and doing political assassination attempts, it's just crazy to me, and I just don't understand it, guys. I think it's a really horrible thing. And I mean, I can say that a million times, but if you're one of those people that celebrates someone's death because you disagree with what they have to say, I have really bad news for you, and I really hope you find God, because that is just despicable. That is just despicable. It's not good. That's not the American way. And I was talking with my friend about it a couple nights ago. I called him up. I was like, hey, bud, I just want to ask if you have a gun with you. And he was like, yeah, thanks for asking. That's very thoughtful. Because I was going to give him a gun because I want him and his family to be safe. And it's just like, guys, you can't live in a world where if you speak your mind, you get shot and you die. Like, what kind of world is that? That's the exact kind of world that God talks about in the end times, where Christians will be persecuted because they believe what they believe and they say what they say. And it's just awful. It's like the worst. I can't even begin to imagine, right? Like, I get, because I say something on this YouTube channel and people hate me for it, and then they kill me. And it's not even like a political assassination either. We were talking about this, right? Charlie Kirk was just a guy that liked to go to college campuses and talk. He just liked to talk and debate. And he died. Like, I'm not saying that I understand political assassination either, but it would make more sense to me, right, if I were to kill somebody that I didn't like and they're enforcing policy that I didn't like, right? Not saying is good. It's bad in all forms, right? Revenge is bad. For robbing them and they not giving you what you want is bad. Okay? The only thing I think is ever acceptable is when you're protecting you and yours. But we were talking about it, and we were like, man, Charlie Kirk, he didn't even have any power over the government. Like, Charlie Kirk wasn't writing laws in the government. He wasn't enforcing policy. He was just, you know, speaking his truth and talking about what he believed in. And he died. He got shot in the neck for it. And if any of you have seen that video, I'm sorry that you had to see that because it was gruesome. I saw the video maybe like, dude, less than an hour after it happened. Less than an hour. And it was a grisly, you know, and like, I don't mean to creep y'all out, but I've seen a bunch of people die on the internet, okay? From when I was in high school and I was just watching Live Leak or whatever, my friend sent me a silly video of somebody dying. Yeah, silly. And that sort of made me numb to seeing people die, but this was different. Because like I said earlier, Charlie Kirk was like you and me. He wasn't like a political figurehead. He wasn't a senator, he wasn't a governor, he wasn't running for office or anything. He was just a normal citizen, just talking about what he wanted to talk about. So for me, it seems almost crazy that people can sit there and be like, oh, I'm so glad he died, I'm so glad he died, because it could be you. It could very well be you. It could be me. Talking about what I believe in on my motorcycle could get one day now. That's the precedent that we're setting in America, and it's awful. It's awful. It just doesn't make any sense. But guys, I want y'all to make sure that you take this very literally, because I'm not about to joke around with what I have to say, and I need you to know the full context. Alright, because I don't want to get clipped and taken, mistaken out of word for what I'm about to say. And I don't want people to spin what I'm about to say. But if you live in America, get a gun. 10 billion% get a gun. And this is not a call to go and kill people. This is not a call to go to war and all that nonsense, okay? This is a call to protect you and your family. Because anything could happen. We saw it that day. Anything could happen. You could die for saying something that you believe in. And that's awful. Alright? We live in that kind of world. Oh, look at that. That dog is going crazy. We live in a world where you can die for speaking up. And I know this is a common thing in other countries across the world, but in America, not so much. So it's pretty eye-opening to see this thing basically happen in real time. An assassination on somebody that was just speaking his mind. And guys, you got to protect you and your family. Because if I've learned anything these past couple of weeks, there are crazy people out there that just want to do evil because they want to do evil, and they will do it just because they don't like you. Alright? And you need to protect yourself and your family more than anything else. As men, that's what you're called to do. That's why you have a stronger built body than females. You're supposed to protect your wife and your children. And if you don't have a wife and children, you're supposed to protect your mom and your dad that are older and can't protect themselves as good as they could before. So guys, if you live in America, it doesn't matter which side you're on, liberal, conservative, I feel like a really bad time in the world is coming up, and I feel like you need to protect you and yours till the end of your life. And I mean, that's just how I feel, and you can say whatever about me, but I back that up. I'm not trying to flex. I have guns, but I'm willing to die for my mother, my brother, my family, my father, my friends, all in the name of protecting them. Because I feel like that is what's righteous. Not going in people because them for revenge, that is wrong. But protecting them actively, I think, is something that we all need to do. And yeah, guys, you kind of have to be dangerous, which I know that's a weird thing to say, but you got to be dangerous in this world, and you got to know when to unleash it and when to hold it back. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that. I can be very dangerous, but I am a law-abiding citizen, and I don't want to kill anybody at all, ever. If I could get through my life without a single person, that would be the most ideal situation. But sadly, in a time like this, you never know who might attack you or your family, and sometimes threats just have to be dealt with. And there's no way around it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. But we live in a country where you can legally buy a gun and you can legally protect your family. So do that. Use your right to protect your family and do what is righteous. I'm not saying go out and attack anybody or do anything evil, but protect you and yours out of love. That's all I really have to say, guys. I love y'all, and I hope y'all are doing well. I I pray for y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. It's been Twisted Tris. Y'all stay safe out there, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Deuces.